Hi everyone, welcome back. Sitting out here on Broughton Island, 10 miles northeast of Port Stephens. Sailed out here today with the intention of heading up to Seal Rocks. There was a good 20 knot southerly on, it was a little bit boisterous, so I decided to come in here and attempt to go at Seal Rocks tomorrow. Unfortunately my GoPro played up and I lost all the footage of the trip so far. We had a fair bit of excitement. I had two lots of whales come really close. I had one breaching right near the boat, calf, mother and calf together. Some really good footage of the eastern end of Broughton Island. Anyway, unfortunately that's gone, so we'll have to start from here. But anyway, still got lots to see, so keep tuned in and we'll show you where we go from here. It's all weedy on the beach. Now I'm thinking of going back around to that other beach just around. Just came around there before, it looked pretty good. Might head back around there. Seemed a bit more protected from the wind too. I'm anchored in the eastern beach around from Providence Beach, which is the one just around those set of rocks. Reason being, there's a lot of weed around that side which could hook up in my anchor. This side seems a little bit more protected. I've got a bigger hill behind me, so the southerly's not really affecting me here. It's quite sheltered. Beautiful spot, no one around at all. I think I've got the whole island to myself. Anyway, just going to go for a little bit of a wander. I don't know if you can see these, but there's these black birds with a red bill and red legs. Never seen them before, down on the rocks. Just walked up the hill a little bit. That's where I anchor. It's got a great little spot there. As I was saying before, normally I would anchor probably around here somewhere, but it seems better around that part of the beach where I am. Tomorrow we're heading for Seal Rocks, which I'm not sure if you can see it. It's pretty much straight up there in the distance, 20 miles. Which should be reasonable sail tomorrow. If the wind backs off slightly, it's still sort of 20 plus out there at the moment, which would be fine if I was to leave in the morning with that. I just needed to reset myself a little bit today, so it's good to come here. Anyway, hopefully we'll have a good night and we'll get going in the morning. Well, that's not good. Just come back from the beach and my anchor had dragged slightly and the tide had gone out a bit, and my rudder has banged on the shoreline and it's bent the bottom pintle. Now I can't get the rudder off because this top toggle piece is stuck. Anyway, I've got to get my tools out and see what I can do with that now. Might be trip ending. Okay, it's 5:45. I managed to straighten out the rudder pintle with two spanners, one sideways on the shaft and the other one pulling on the other spanner up, and that bent the pintle back in. I'm just going to go around and pick up this mooring in the main part of Providence Beach. Reason being, there's a lot of boulders on the bottom here amongst the sand, so it's not real good anchoring. So there's no one on the mooring around there, so I think I'll go around and grab that. And we'll spend the night there, see what the morning brings. I'll check out this pintle, I'll have a look at it in the morning, dive in the water and just check there's no cracks in the stainless steel. It feels okay, so I'm hoping it should be right. Anyway, I'll check it out in the morning. Okay, dinner tonight, night one. We're having carbonara with some rocket spinach in there, and we're going to throw in a can of salmon. Put that in there too. Give her a stir. Put some parmesan on at the end, parmesan cheese. Bob's your uncle. Recently I've had a couple of American viewers that say hello day sailors as well, ask me about my sleeping arrangement on board. This boat being an Australian one, it actually has a platform built all the way forward, which is like a V-berth setup. I'm a little bit long for it, so I've got to put a bit of plywood which hangs off the end here to make it long enough to sleep on. But that's what I have. Then I just have this thin inflatable mattress and on a yoga mat, and then depending whether it's summer or winter, I use a sleeping bag or a fleecy sleeping bag, which is lightweight. Morning everyone, it's day 2 out of Broughton Island. Just trying to pick up, there's a little tiny resident turtle just over here somewhere, sticking his head up occasionally. Looks like he's gone. Anyway, woken up to a little bit of a cloudy start. There's another yacht here that arrived here last night. It was a little bit of a noisy night. The wind came off the land and it was a little bit bouncy. I'm glad I moved onto that mooring, because where I was, I would have been right in near the beach. Wouldn't have been too good. Anyway, we're going to get organised and get going soon and start heading up towards Seal Rocks. Okay, just leaving Broughton. Just going to get the jib up. Tension of the pull down line. So it's ready to go. Nice little westerly. Beautiful breeze. Just tension up that outhole. Away we roll. See if we can catch our yacht up there. Okay, that yacht's going to lure to the little island here. I'm going to Windward. I'm going to try and get up the beach, up towards the beach a bit, so we've got a nice run down towards Seal Rocks. Lovely little breeze, probably 8 knots of wind. Looks like it might be a nice morning sail. Okay, it's around 10 o'clock. I'm still just running goose winged. I'm heading in towards the beach, even though Seal Rocks is up 45 degrees that direction. I'm getting in close because the East Coast Australian current generally runs around Seal Rocks and sometimes eddies back up towards the beach. So the current, you get a reverse current running up towards Seal Rocks, whereas if you're out wide, you're bashing into the current, which slows you down. The yacht that left with me, he's out to sea. Straight out here, probably a mile out. He looks like he's heading straight for Seal Rocks. He just looks like he's motor sailing. Dropped his headsail. Seen my first whale this morning. Big side slapping fin. So I went a bit wide of it. I didn't want to go too close. It wasn't near enough to film it anyway, not with the GoPro. So there's still probably, I don't know, 5 to 8 knots of breeze maybe. And actually when it veers around to the southeast, then I'll jibe over and beeline it straight up towards the lighthouse. Okay, that breeze has swung even more into the southeast now, so we're heading directly at the beach. We want to be heading up over here, nearly 90 degrees this way. So we're going to jibe the pole. So I'll run through that with you. Okay, first off, let go that preventer and get the main jibe first, and then we'll jibe the headsail. Okay, round we go with the main. Okay. Right, main's over. Just get myself set on course. I'll take that preventer right off. Actually, I'll leave it on for now. Just tie that on. These are my Spinnaker sheets, but I'm not running the Spinnaker. I use these as a form of a vang. It takes the weight off the vang. Also acts as a preventer to stop the boom from flying back over. Okay, that one's on. Right. Actually, we may not need the pole. The breeze has really come around on the beam. Anyway, we'll go and drop it and see how it looks. Okay. I think we can pole it out the starboard side. Just let go of that sheet. Connect this sheet. Up she goes. Back on again. And sheet this side in. And away we run. Straight for Seal Rocks. Yacht out there's put up a Spinnaker. It looks like the race is on. Anyway, I'm not going to put mine up, not with all my gear and seeing them on my own. So far away from home. Oh, this is good now. We're starting to hum along now. Beautiful. We've also got a man overboard line. So if I do happen to go in, at least it gives me a chance to grab hold of a rope to get back on board again. Generally, if I'm steering, the boat will want to round up anyway, so I should be able to get hold of that line if I miss the boat. Okay, 12:30. Here we are, Seal Rocks Lighthouse. It's been pretty light breeze the last couple of hours. So yeah, but we got here. We just got to get around this corner, and we'll see where we're going to anchor up. Beautiful old looking lighthouse, Keeper's Cottage up there. Probably a bit far away to see it properly. Just got to get around these last few rocks here, and we'll make a turn in. Passing around the outcrop of rocks. And we're heading down in there behind the hill somewhere. We've done a few wrecks on those over the years. Well, here it is, Seal Rocks Lighthouse. It's taken me 3 goes to get here, so we finally got here. There's a lot of current around here. There's sort of a big convergence area. You've got Seal Rock stands out off the coast a fair way, so you've got a lot of the backwash eddies coming up the beach, the current coming from the north. It's really bouncy around here. beach we're heading in for. Just got to go around this set of rocks. Whoop. And we'll see what it's like. It looks like there could be a bit of surf running in there. Follow these dolphins up. Beautiful beach. Just going to go and check out around this next little rocky headland. There's a caravan park behind there. That little outcrop of rock might give us a bit more protection maybe. Anyway, we'll check it out. No good here. Boys are surfing in the corner in this spot, so I might have to go back around to the other beach. Anyway, good for a look. Okay. So this is where we've ended up anchoring, just in behind the hill, Seal Rocks. It's called Boat Beach, I think. The best spot I could find. So night 2, Seal Rocks. 6:30. Had a nice cruisy afternoon. Bit of a swim, bit of a sunbathe. Just making dinner. Tonight we are having tasty cheese rice risotto with bacon mixed through it. Should be pretty good. Anyway, it looks like we're going to be in for a pretty clear night. It's going to be pretty cool tonight. Morning everybody, day 3, we've got a whale in the bay. It's about 100 metres away from the boat here. Ooh. Mother and a calf. There you go, looks like they're heading out to sea now. Wow. Okay, just hoisted the main. We're going to head out. There's a nice nor'easter starting. I've rigged the Spinnaker ready to go for a couple of hours while the wind's light. Probably going to sail down to Broughton Island, stop for late lunch and then head into Port Stephens. I need a good night's sleep. Last night was terrible. Anyway, we'll get this anchor up and get moving. Trick is to flake all the rope, so when you put the anchor in again, it all runs out smoothly. And the next thing to do is not to get the anchor right out until the boat's facing the direction you want to head. So I'm going to wait till we're heading back over to port so I can sail out on the starboard tack. The water's quite deep here. I just got to wait for the boat to blow around. otherwise you end up with not much room. If I took off on that port tack, I'll be heading in towards those rocks over there. So anyway, we're starting to swing around now. Okay, let's get this anchor up. Sheet on. Away we go. It's taken us a couple of tacks to get out of the bay. Beautiful day. I'm going to run the Spinnaker this morning because of the building nor'east. It's a bit more predictable than the southerly we had the other day. So I'll know what to expect. I can drop it in time before it gets too strong. Okay, I'm going to set this Spinnaker. Wow, there's a whale breaching out there. Can you see that tail? Whoa. Big whale tail. Yeah, he's still going. Beautiful little, probably 5-6 knots at the moment, so I'm going to put this Spinnaker up. The trick with this is to have everything set to try and minimise any tangles. So running through all the sail, making sure it's not twisted. I had the pole set up ready to go. Just undo that. Right. Wow, listen to that whale tail. He's really slapping the water. Okay. Now, get this, the brace side pulled out slightly, ready to go. The pole forward. Bring that on. Okay, the sheet side's off. Let's get back on the course here, and we'll go for a hoist, and then sheet on as soon as we get it. As soon as we get it set. Okay, away we go. Tie that off. Okay, pull the brace on. Brace on, then sheet on. Right, bring it around and fill it. There we go. Brace on more. Sheet off. Try and get some breeze in this thing. There she goes. Right. Right, sit down and enjoy the ride now. These whales are like they're following on this course. Well, you can see it, I've got the new wayfinder symbol on the mainsail. This is how I got the name for the boat, Wayfinder. The proper name for the symbol's the Veg Vice. That's pronounced Australian-like, but the symbol comes from Iceland in the 18th century, and it's supposed to guide the bearer of the symbol through rough weather. So hopefully that works for us. Tell you what, you couldn't ask for better sailing conditions than this. Building nor'easter with about a 15-mile run ahead of you. Flat seas, perfectly blue sky. Doesn't get much better. Okay, it's about 1:15, about halfway to Broughton. Just spied another couple of whales, another whale and calf right off the beam here, a couple 100 feet away. There's a back. There's another one breaching further out to sea. It's having a glorious run here. It's back to Seal Rocks. Another whale off the beam just here. Wow. Staying on the surface there. It's rocketing now. Not far off Broughton. Okay, it's just after 2. We just got down here to Broughton. Taking us about 2.5 hours, I think, from Seal Rocks. 16 miles, so that was a pretty good run. Just going to stop here. I'm going to take the Spinnaker down when I get up level with the island. Stop, have a bit of late lunch, check out the weather situation, and I think keep heading in towards Nelson Bay. So I think there's a southerly due tomorrow. So anyway, we'll keep updated. Lunch on the run. Eggs were boiled this morning on a wrap. Just looking at the back of Broughton and watching the fighter jets which are flying around. I just had 4 of them fly over me. You can still probably hear them. Okay, we just had lunch. Glad I dropped that Spinnaker because the wind's ramped up a couple of knots since we passed Broughton. So we're just ripping along here with the jib up, going to pass the northern side of the harbour just to get out of that dodgy area of capsize, and to allow myself clear air to jibe, and then I'll pole out and run down the bay. Back to Broughton. Okay, going to jibe shortly. When I pass this little island here, that should give me a good angle down to Nelson Head, which is straight down the middle there, just to keep me away from the big hill over on the northern side here. So another couple of minutes, we'll throw a jibe in and we'll have a nice little run back up the harbour. Right, so we just jibed, heading straight in for Nelson Head, straight ahead. Just looking back up to Broughton. Be a nice little run down here. Well, here we are coming back into Port Stephens. Shoal Bay. It's actually quite calm. Tide's coming in, so there's no big stand-up waves, and there's not that much breeze either, so very easy going. We come back in a little bay, little beach, the boat ramp. Well, here we are, back in again. Boat's done the job well again.